you ever looked up at the night sky, stars scattered like diamonds on black velvet, and wondered, where did it all come from? The universe, vast and mysterious, seems impossible, yet there it is, a testament to something beyond our comprehension. And if there's a something beyond, could it be that this something is not a what, but a who? The question of God's existence is perhaps the oldest and most profound humanity has ever grappled with. Philosophers and theologians have spent millennia crafting intricate arguments, some soaring into the abstract, others grounded in the concrete. But is there a simple, intuitive way to approach this age-old question? A way that resonates with the everyday experiences of ordinary people? Imagine for a moment that you're a child again, staring wide-eyed at a magician pulling a seemingly endless stream of colorful scarves from a seemingly empty hat. Where did they come from? It feels like magic, a violation of the natural order. Yet, deep down there must be a logical explanation, a hidden mechanism behind the illusion. The universe, in many ways, presents us with a similar enigma. How can something come from nothing? How can order arise from chaos? These questions, like the magician's trick, hint at a reality that transcends our immediate perception, a reality that points towards something or someone beyond. Now, let's be clear about who we're talking about when we say God. We're not talking about a benevolent grandfather in the sky or a cosmic judge waiting to punish our every misstep. We are talking about the ultimate source of everything, the ground of all being, the intelligence that set the universe in motion. Many people throughout history have claimed that God doesn't exist. They point to the suffering in the world, the seeming randomness of life, the silence of the heavens, as evidence for their claim. And yet there's something within us, a persistent whisper that refuses to be silenced, that says, what if? Think about it. Isn't it curious that humans across cultures and throughout time have felt this innate pull towards something bigger than themselves? This yearning for the transcendent, this sense of awe and wonder when confronted with the beauty of nature or the intricacies of the cosmos. Could this be a mere accident, a quirk of our evolution, or could it be a signpost pointing towards a deeper reality? The truth is, the existence or non-existence of God is not something we can prove definitively like a mathematical theorem or a scientific experiment. It's a matter of faith, a leap of trust. However, there are clues, signposts along the road that can make this leap not only plausible but strangely compelling. One of the most compelling signposts is what we might call the law of human nature. We all have a deep-seated sense of right and wrong, a moral compass that guides our actions and shapes our judgments. We know, for instance, that it's wrong to steal, to lie, to hurt others. These aren't just societal conventions, rules we've made up as we go along. They're woven into the fabric of our being. Think about it. When you see someone being treated unfairly, don't you feel a sense of indignation, a desire for justice to be served? When you hear a story of extraordinary kindness or selflessness, doesn't it stir something deep within you? A recognition of goodness that transcends cultural boundaries? This universal moral compass, this innate sense of right and wrong, suggests that we're not just biological machines driven solely by our instincts and desires. There's something more to us, a moral dimension that can't be explained away by evolution or social conditioning. This something more, this whisper of conscience, points towards a source, a lawgiver, who transcends the material world. Now, some might object, arguing that our sense of morality is merely a product of evolution, a survival mechanism hardwired into our brains. After all, cooperation and altruism can be beneficial for the survival of the species. While it's true that evolution plays a role in shaping our behavior, it can't fully account for the depth and complexity of human morality. If morality was simply about survival, wouldn't we expect to see more selfishness, more ruthlessness in the world? Wouldn't we be more likely to prioritize our own needs and desires above the well-being of others? Others might argue that morality is subjective, a matter of personal opinion or cultural norms. What's right for one person or society might be wrong for another. While it's true that moral expressions vary across cultures, the underlying principles, fairness, compassion, justice, remain remarkably consistent. Just like the laws of physics operate regardless of whether we understand or agree with them, so too does the moral law seem to operate at a deeper level, independent of our subjective interpretations. Section 5. The reality of right and wrong. Consider, for instance, the horrors of the Holocaust. Would anyone seriously argue that the Nazis were simply adhering to a different moral code, one that was equally valid to ours? The near universal condemnation of their actions suggests that some moral truths are objective, transcending cultural and historical contexts. This sense we have of right and wrong, of a moral law that governs the universe, is not something we've invented. It's something we discover, something we're called to align ourselves with. And if there is a moral law, there must be a moral lawgiver, a source of goodness and justice that transcends our limited human understanding. Think of it like gravity. We can't see gravity, but we know it's there because of its effects. We see objects falling, tides rising and falling, planets orbiting stars. Similarly, we can't see God directly, but we can see the effects of his moral law in our consciences, in our longing for justice, in our capacity for love and self-sacrifice. Section 6. What lies behind the law? Now, you might be thinking, if God is real, if he's truly good and loving, why is there so much suffering in the world? Why do bad things happen to good people? It's a fair question, one that has haunted humanity for centuries. There are no easy answers, no simple explanations that can fully satisfy the human mind when confronted with the depths of human suffering. But consider this. Could it be that our understanding of good and evil is limited, that we're seeing only a fragment of a much larger picture? Imagine a tapestry being woven. From our vantage point, we see only the underside, a jumble of threads, knots, and seemingly random colors. It's messy, chaotic, even painful to look at. Yet the master weaver, with his broader perspective, sees the beauty and intricacy of the design unfolding, thread by thread, pain by purpose. The existence of suffering doesn't negate the existence of God. It simply deepens the mystery. It suggests that we're part of a story larger than ourselves, a story with a purpose and a resolution that lies beyond our limited human understanding. Section 7. A God we can't control. The God revealed through this moral law is not a God we can control, a God who jumps at our command or conforms to our expectations. This God is not a cosmic vending machine, dispensing favors to those who pray the loudest or follow the rules most diligently. This God is a God of mystery, a God of paradox, a God who invites us to wrestle with the big questions, to embrace the unknown, to trust in his goodness even when we don't understand. This might not be the God some people want, a God who provides easy answers and comfortable certainties, but perhaps this God, the God of mystery and paradox, is the God we need, a God who challenges us to grow, to love more deeply, to seek truth beyond our limited human perspectives. The existence of God, like the existence of love or beauty, cannot be proven definitively. It must be experienced, felt, embraced. It requires a leap of faith, a willingness to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the unknown. Section 8. Beyond the proof. The proof, then, is not a mathematical equation or a scientific experiment, but a felt experience, a resonance in the depths of our being. It's the still, small voice of conscience whispering truths that transcend our rational minds. It's the awe and wonder we feel when we gaze upon a starlit sky or witness an act of extraordinary kindness. This proof, this intuitive understanding of God's existence, might not convince everyone, and that's okay. Faith, by its very nature, requires a degree of uncertainty, a willingness to trust in something beyond ourselves. It's a journey, not a destination, a lifelong exploration of the mysteries of the divine. The journey begins with a single step, a willingness to open our hearts and minds to the possibility of something more. It's a journey worth taking, for in seeking God, we might just discover the truest, most authentic versions of ourselves. Section 9. The leap of faith. The simplest proof of God's existence might not lie in intricate arguments or philosophical treatises, but in the quiet whispers of our hearts, in the moral compass that guides us, in the longing for something more that pervades the human experience. It's a proof that speaks to something deep within us, something that resonates with our innate understanding of right and wrong, our capacity for love and compassion, our yearning for meaning and purpose in a world often characterized by chaos and uncertainty. The leap of faith, then, is not a leap into the dark, but a leap towards the light, a light that illuminates the deepest recesses of our being, a light that leads us, step by hesitant step, towards the one who calls us by name.
Welcome to TeamSam TV, your channel for the latest news updates. Here, we break down the biggest stories from around the globe, covering everything from breaking news to politics. Whether you want to stay informed or just catch up on what's happening, we've got you covered. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest news. Join the TeamSam TV family, and let's explore the world together, one update at a time.